Do you think it's been an effective strategy for so many Democrats to distance themselves from President Obama as much as they have this cycle?
Jake, the president really is our best asset.
Okay, there you go. I'll take that. The president is Debbie Wasserman Schultz's best asset. Joining us now is Andy Card, former chief of staff for President George W. Bush. Hello, sir.
Great to be with you again. It's an exciting day. I always love election day.
It is exciting, and you know you've lived it in a different realm than I have, certainly. But I love, even when I wasn't covering it, I was sitting at home glued to the tube watching it. And tonight we have special election coverage, so I'll be a part of it here at Newsmax TV. But your prediction, what do you think? Yesterday we had several people who went anywhere from a narrow victory to 9 to 10 seats.
Well, I'm in the more optimistic side. I think we're definitely going to control the Senate, and I think we're going to do a good job in the governor's races. And I mean, I think we'll do historically phenomenally with regard to Congress. But I think it could be, 9 to 10 seats in the Senate. I really do. We'll know pretty early because there'll be some results that if they go our way, we'll send the signal that things are likely to go the way the rest of the night, and that would be New Hampshire. If Scott Brown comes out victorious in New Hampshire, and he's running against an incumbent who's pretty popular, and President Obama is not as unpopular in New Hampshire as some people might have thought. But he's running a great campaign. If he wins, then I think it's going to be, it could be 8, 9 seats pickup in the Senate.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that. Of course, anybody listening to your slight accent would know that you have.
I have a Boston accent. I'm New Englander, yes.
But that's okay. I have a Brooklyn accent, so we're all even. But let me ask you. There's a report out today. I don't know if it's going to resonate at the booth at all. But Jeanne Shaheen was briefed on the IRS targeting plot to go after conservatives back in 2012, according to a memo released today. So I don't know if that's going to have any implications for the race or not.
Well, I think it may confirm people's choice. I'm not sure it's going to change people's choice. Hopefully there's going to be a good turnout of people who want to see a change. And I think that's what this election, it was President Obama himself that said this election was a referendum on his policies. And if it is, it's going to be a bad night for the Democrats.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What does it mean for President Obama? What can be done? In other words, all these bills that haven't been taken up by Harry Reid will now be voted upon by the Senate and passed, sent to Obama's desk. If he vetoes them, what does it mean? What's the significance there?
I hope that it doesn't turn into that kind of categorical, he'll veto it. I hope that he says, you know what? Congress is now relevant, and I'm going to have to negotiate with them. I want the Republicans to recognize that they will have a responsibility to provide leadership and be part of the solution. But I want the president to have the courage to be part of the solution and show up and negotiate rather than just have it be, I'll veto anything you do.
And what do you think chances? Yeah, what do you think the chances of that scenario taking place is?
Well, it's funny. I think Republicans have to be careful that they don't get too arrogant in their victory. I want them to be measured in the response to political success and try to find the courage to govern. But the same thing applies to President Obama. I don't want him to be arrogant in the big defeat, where he says, I'm doing it my way and I don't care what to say. And he goes out and he signs a whole bunch of executive orders and he just tries to ram things through, maybe in a lame duck session or whatever else. I hope instead that he recognizes that the government's going to work better than it has worked. And he's going to be part of that effort to have the government work. He's got to engage with Congress. He has not engaged with Congress.
Right. Yeah, and they'll tell you that on both sides.
He's not been a leader. And I guarantee that the Republicans will recognize that on Election Day, they have a responsibility now to govern in part. I hope that President Obama recognizes that he has a responsibility to govern and to work with the other side.
Who are you most excited about as a Republican candidate? We only have 30 seconds. Who really excites you for the future that's running for the first time for the Senate?
I'm passionate about John Ellis Bush, Jeb Bush. If his name was John Ellis, everybody would say he should be running for president. But it's John Ellis Bush, Jeb. And I think he is not just because of his name. I love his name.
So you think he's going to run? Andy, we're out of time. You think he's going to run?
I do think he's going to run. I know nothing. It's not like I have inside information. I hope he runs. I think he should run. I think he'd be a great president.
Great. Thank you, Andy Card. Great talking to you, sir. Up next, Cheryl Atkinson. Don't miss it on the Steve Malzberg Show.